Aloha Island Girls, I'm Tommy Ferris, head coach at Ignition Fitness, and welcome to the second of 3 videos I've put together to help make sure you have the best race possible when you're on the island. In this installment, I'm going to give you some training tips for new runners, and if you haven't already watched it, check out the first video where I've given you course preview. Now what I have for you now are 3 things I want you to focus on if you're new to running, and I think you're going to like the third one the most, so I'm going to save that one for last. The first 2 things I want to talk about are the basic fundamentals of proper running form and drills. If you're new to running, you're going to want to make sure you have a solid grasp of these because it's these fundamentals and drills that are going to pay off as you become a stronger runner. We have a couple of videos on our website that go into very specific details about all of these things, and you should check them out. You'll find the links to those videos on this webpage. But if you don't have time to watch those other videos, here's a quick overview. For proper running form, we want to make sure we have proper body positioning, which starts with a nice slight lean forward, heels off the ground, just on the edge of feeling like we're about to fall over. We also want to make sure we have nice relaxed shoulders and hands, with our arms gently swinging at a 90-degree angle at our side with a loosely clenched fist. But we also want to make sure that it's not our heels striking the ground first. We want to do what's called midfoot running, and midfoot running is just making sure that it's the ball of your foot that hits the ground first, and you want to make sure that your foot hits the ground slightly behind your knee. Now what this allows you to do is this allows you to make sure that you're always running with your body's mass ahead of you, because if you're running and hitting your heel first, your body's mass is actually behind you. So every time you take a step and land with that heel on the ground, it's like you're hitting the brakes with every single step. You don't want to be doing that. For running drills, we have several to choose from, and each of the drills break up each part of the running stride, and each drill exaggerates each movement separately so that we can pull everything together when running normally. The most basic drills are the A, B, and C drills. Other useful drills include high knees, crossovers, and side skips, as well as the fast feet drill, which encourages a faster turnover. And finally, we've reached the third thing I'd like you to focus on as a new runner. Fundamentals and drills will produce huge benefits and payoffs to your running, but they're extras you have to make time for, and a lot of people have difficulty fitting them into their training schedule. So the good news is that the third thing I want you to focus on as a new runner is simply to run more. That's it. And keep the running easy. Far too many people think that the only way to improve and run faster is to run fast all the time, and the truth is that to run faster, we actually have to slow down. To keep it simple, I'll just say that if you're running fast all the time, you're pushing yourself too hard, which means you're always fatigued, meaning you won't be able to run as often or as far. The best way to gauge if you're running too hard is to do the conversation test. If you're running with a friend and you can't comfortably have a conversation because you're out of breath, you're running too hard. Bring the effort down. Well, that's going to do it for this video, and coming up next are some tips for more advanced runners on how to take your training and running to the next level. I'm Tommy Ferris, head coach at Ignition Fitness. Thanks for watching.